Why did my family hide the truth about my father for 18 years? When I was growing up, my Uncle James was my favorite person in the world. He wasn't technically my uncle, just one of those close family friends who always showed up with gifts, stayed for dinner, and made you feel like you mattered. He came to every birthday, every school play, even the dumb ones where I was a tree or something. And every time he saw me, he'd smile, hand me a little chocolate bar, and say, "There's my girl." When I turned 18, he stopped coming around, just disappeared. No explanation. I asked my mom what happened, and she just said he had to move away. That was IT to NO forwarding address. No goodbye. Just gone out a few years later, my mom got sick and moved in with me. One night, she was on some pretty heavy medication, half asleep, and she said something that didn't make sense. "You look just like him, you know. Same eyes, same stubborn face." I said, "Who?" She blinked at me and whispered, "James." I laughed at the time, but it stuck with me. And later that year, when I was going through some of her old photo albums, I found one I'd never seen before. There was a picture of her and James, but they weren't just standing next to each other. They were holding hands, her head on his shoulder. She was pregnant in the photo, and the date written on the back, 3 months before I was born. My stomach dropped. I flipped through more pages. Another photo, James holding a newborn. I asked my aunt, my mom's sister, about it a few weeks later, and after a long silence, she just said, "You were never supposed to know." Turns out the man I called uncle my whole life was my father. My mom had gotten pregnant after a short relationship, and they broke up before I was born. She didn't want me to grow up with someone in and out of my life, so she told everyone to call him Uncle James. Even him. He agreed. He came around, loved me from the sidelines, and left when I was old enough to start asking questions. I haven't seen him since, but now I know why he smiled the way he did, why he never missed a birthday, why he always said, "There's my girl."